So Christy's dropped me off at about 8:16 here at the Cross Timbers hiking trail along the south shore of Lake Texoma on the Texas-Oklahoma border. And got about 14.2 miles to do today as a practice hike to get ready for Buffalo River Trail in a couple weeks, and then this fall the Sheltoe Trace in Tennessee, and then next year we're going to try in the spring we're going to try the Appalachian Trail. So need to keep the hiking legs under me, and it's a beautiful day, beautiful morning here. It's going to be 85 and humid as the day goes on, but it is beautiful. The trail is marked with these white rondels that helps you find it. And it's kind of fun. It's up and down. And I'm clearly the first one on trail this morning, so I'm catching all the cobwebs. Okay, most challenging part of the trail so far, had to come down that, and it's pretty muddy, and we've got to keep going down here, but it ends pretty soon. Looks like 2 more drops. It's all roots and mud. Trails winding up and down through boulders and live oaks. It's just beautiful here. I tell you, it is humid out here. Kind of soaked all the clothes already, and there's really no drying them out. So I think we're close to 4 miles in. Got another 10 to go. It's beautiful. Big boulders, oaks, lots of greenery. Birds are singing like crazy. There's some big patches of poison ivy, but they're isolated and few and far between, so far so good. So they do have these mile markers out here, which is nice. All in all, other than a little mud and erosion, it's a really nice trail. Highly recommend it. They have a couple of really nice primitive campsites out here. Might come back someday and hike in the other way, get in about 12 miles, or actually about 9 miles, and then just camp here. It's pretty. So there was another pretty primitive camping area here, right by the lake. Stopped and had a break. Yeah, definitely come back here and camp someday. Now I'm moving through the appropriately named Fern Grotto. This place is beautiful. For the fans of the band, I have found Cripple Creek. Last section here has had quite a bit of poison ivy, so we're just being careful. Entire path is covered with pill bugs. You can't avoid stepping on them. They're just everywhere. Phenomenal. So evidently you also get to go through this residential district. Scissortail flycatcher. Okay, made it to the marina and the gas station. Headed this way. I think I saw a picnic table up there where I can have some lunch. Had a nice little lunch here near the marina and the park. Nice picnic table and view of the lake and people boating. It's been a really nice trail. I did see some unusual stuff a little earlier. I saw a vole on trail, and before I could get my camera out, he just dug into the bank of dirt and was gone. They're amazing diggers. Also scared up a pileated woodpecker, and had to pick my way through quite a sea of poison ivy at one point. I'm hoping I don't see much more of that. But we're back up near the lake and out of the heavy brush cover and swampy bit, so I'm hoping it stays this way. I'm 9.3 miles in, and means I got about 5 miles left. Just called Christy, and she'll be ready to pick me up. Yeah, so this is a nice trail. I'm definitely going to come back probably in the winter and camp in some of those really lovely spots by the lake. Yeah, Texas state parks, every one I've seen has been fabulous. Kept up, clean, easy to get into campsites, and many of them you don't even have to reserve. You just show up and camp there. Fabulous. So onward and lakeward, and we'll do another 5 miles and clean this up. Just went through a section of high grass and difficult navigation, and took a couple wrong turns and got these really pokey grass seeds in my socks. So there are parts of the last 5 miles of trail after the marina that are really thick, high grass walks. So, and I see I got some more coming up. So this may be the most trying part of the trail, because you're trying to look out for poison ivy and all that stuff, and it's still, you know, poison ivy, bugs, all this stuff. And it's slow going, trying to pick your way through all the grass. So the last bit here has been difficult. We'll see if it gets better. Yeah, very jungly, low-hanging trees, high grass, poison ivy, and now we got thunder in the background. So we'll have to see if we get rained on too. Yeah, adventure. Yeah, so in the middle of all that mayhem, I took a wrong turn and then had to bushwhack back to trail, using the All Trails GPS track, so it got me back. But now we're on a beautiful woodland track again, out of the high grass. Hopefully that's the way it'll end. It's beautiful here. Yeah, the dark clouds are turning the lake green. Gonna rain somewhere. Now it looks like we get a significant dirt road walk before we peel off trail again for the last mile. Dark in these woods with the clouds overhead and lightning and thunder. Should have about a mile or so to go. We'll see if we get there before it starts pouring on us. Well, navigational nightmare. GPS track wasn't on, so ended up covering the same ground about 3 times trying to find the trail, and then had to bushwhack through some poison ivy and thorns and eventually get back on it. Wasn't easy to see, and the GPS didn't help, so now through the tall grass. This is kind of frustrating. This is supposed to be the trail. And while there's pretty cactus flowers in here, you gotta be careful because there's prickly pear right in the middle of the trail. Okay. Well, as you can tell by the soaked pile of clothes outside the trailer here, it rained a torrential downpour the last mile through probably waist-high grass. And fortunately, it was just the last mile, and Christy was able to pick me up, but everything was soaked, and my socks were full of grass seeds. So, as a review of this trail, I highly recommend the first probably 9 miles of it to the park where I had lunch by the lake. That was really nice. But then after that, it gets a little, it's off and on, but there are significant stretches of, is there a trail? If it is, it's under all this grass. and there's prickly pear hiding in it. So it can be challenging. If you're up to that, do it. It didn't hurt me. I got through it, but the last part, especially in a thunderstorm, was challenging. So it was a good practice hike for Buffalo River Trail, Sheltowee Trace, and Appalachian Trail. Certainly could rain, and rain hard on all three of those trails. So got a little practice. All right, thanks for sauntering with me, and remember, we're doing the impossible. That makes us mighty.